This isn't a story about a celebrity's peaceful passing. This is a deep dive into the shocking, mysterious, and ultimately tragic death of Chinese superstar Yu Menglong and the global fan movement that's fighting tooth and nail to uncover the truth. You're about to witness a digital rebellion unlike anything you've ever seen, a raw and emotional quest for justice that has unearthed stunning, mind-blowing secrets. We'll expose the chilling details, the baffling contradictions, and the jaw-dropping scenes that have turned this tragedy into a real-life, high-stakes thriller. Stick with us, because what we're about to reveal will change everything you thought you knew about Yu Menglong's final moments. The world stopped on September 11, 2025. For fans of Chinese actor and singer Yu Menglong, the news was a gut punch that left them breathless and disoriented. The official statement from his agency was simple, stark, and utterly devastating. Yu Menglong, at just 37 years old, had died after a fall. The police had ruled out any criminality. Case closed. Or so they thought. But the digital age has no room for case closed when the facts don't add up. Within hours, the narrative began to unravel. The grief-stricken silence of his fans turned into a roar of disbelief, and then, a coordinated global investigation fueled by love, loyalty, and a burning desire for justice. This wasn't just about mourning a beloved star, it was about honoring his legacy by refusing to let his story be sanitized and forgotten. The first crack in the official story appeared in a now infamous, and quickly deleted, post from a paparazzo. The details were a mosaic of conflicting information that ignited a firestorm. Yu Menglong had been at a friend's apartment, a late-night gathering with 5 or 6 others. At 2 a.m., he had reportedly gone into a bedroom to sleep, locking the door from the inside. 4 hours later, at 6 a.m., his body was found on the ground floor by a neighbor walking their dog. The police were quick to arrive, and even quicker to issue their final verdict. But how could an investigation be concluded in such a short amount of time? What could possibly lead to a fatal fall from a locked room? These were the questions that haunted millions. The inconsistencies piled up like bricks in a wall of suspicion. Fans meticulously cross-referenced the paparazzi's timeline with other leaked tidbits. The window screen of the apartment was reportedly torn. Yu Menglong, a man widely known to have a fear of heights, had somehow fallen from a 5th-floor window. His mother's later statement, released by his agency, claimed he had been drinking, but those who knew him well spoke of his high alcohol tolerance. And what about the 2 Rolex watches found in his pockets? A strange detail for someone who was supposedly at a casual gathering. This is where the story takes a mind-blowing turn. The fan community, a decentralized army of tech-savvy detectives, began their work. They scoured Weibo, Douyin, and international forums, piecing together a puzzle that the authorities seemed determined to bury. A chilling piece of evidence surfaced, an audio clip, alleged to be a recording of the final moments before the fall. The screams. The frantic, terrified voice, barely audible but unmistakably desperate, talking about threats and being fed up. The clip, which went viral before being systematically removed from platforms, became the rallying cry for a digital crusade. He wasn't drunk, one fan wrote in a widely shared post. He was fighting for his life. You can hear it in his voice. The fan-led investigation went beyond just analyzing leaked information. It became an interactive, global phenomenon, with fans from different continents collaborating in real time. In a stunning display of digital solidarity, they created a 3D model of the apartment complex where the tragedy occurred, using satellite images and videos from the surrounding area. They meticulously mapped out the scene, tracking the paths of the supposed witnesses, and highlighting the logistical impossibilities of the official story. The model revealed a hidden corner of the courtyard, an area obscured from public view, where a different kind of scene could have unfolded. It was a digital reconstruction of a crime scene that had been scrubbed clean. Then came the bombshell from an anonymous source close to the entertainment industry, a shocking revelation that sent shockwaves through the fan community. The source alleged that Yu Menglong's death was not a suicide or an accident but a direct result of his refusal to participate in the illicit trade and sexual abuse that permeates certain corners of the industry. The story, circulated through encrypted chat groups and private forums, spoke of a powerful network, a sinister underbelly of fame and fortune, and a young man who had dared to say no. This theory, though unverified, resonated with the details that had already emerged. The locked door. The broken screen. The quick police report. It painted a picture of a struggle, a desperate attempt to escape from a horrifying situation. The response from fans was immediate and visceral. Hashtags like #Justice for Yu Menglong and #We Demand the Truth trended globally, transcending language barriers and cultural divides. They created stunning fan art, not of his characters, but of him as a symbol of defiance. They wrote powerful, impassioned letters to media outlets, to government officials, to anyone who would listen. They organized online memorials, turning their grief into a collective force for change. The scenes were incredibly moving, thousands of digital candles lit up on a virtual vigil, and a choir of voices from across the world singing his songs in his memory. It was an astonishing display of a digital community transforming its sorrow into a powerful, unified call for accountability. The story deepened with another astonishing scene. An anonymous post, seemingly from a forensic expert, detailed the significance of the nail marks found on the walls and window panes inside the apartment. They were not from a clumsy attempt to open a stuck window, the post argued, but from a struggle. The marks were deep, desperate, and consistent with someone clawing for purchase while being held back. This detail, coupled with the alleged audio of his screams, painted a chillingly vivid picture of the final moments of his life. The world watched, captivated and horrified, as the fan community became a force of citizen journalism, unearthing what traditional media either couldn't or wouldn't. They exposed the web of interconnected power players, the alleged industry-wide silence, and the baffling speed with which a tragedy was swept under the rug. This wasn't just a story about a celebrity death, it was a story about truth versus power, and the incredible, mind-blowing lengths to which a global community will go to ensure that a life and a legacy is not erased without a fight. And as the sun sets on this tragic chapter, the question remains, can a digital rebellion truly topple a powerful system? Can a global cry for justice force a truth to be revealed? The story of Yu Menglong's final act is far from over. It has become a symbol, a beacon of hope in a world where the lines between truth and fiction are constantly blurred. His fans, with their unwavering determination and astonishing digital prowess, have already proven one thing. The fight for justice, no matter how daunting, is a scene worth watching, and a story worth telling. And they will not stop until the final, shocking truth is revealed. This isn't just about the death of a star, it's a chilling look at the final, heart-pounding moments of Yu Menglong's life and the incredible, mind-blowing scenes that have left millions of fans demanding justice. We're going to pull back the curtain on the official story and expose the raw, unedited footage of a digital investigation that is rewriting a tragedy. Get ready, because the truth is more shocking than any drama he ever starred in. The official statement from Yu Menglong's agency was designed to be the final word. It was meant to close the book on his story, a tragic fall, a life cut short, a case with no criminality. But a closer look at the timeline reveals something far more sinister, a series of events so bizarre and contradictory that they've sparked a global rebellion. Let's break down the night of September 10, 2025. According to a now-deleted post from a well-known paparazzo, Yu Menglong was at a friend's apartment for a small gathering. 6 or 7 people were present. The evening, by all accounts, was supposed to be a casual one. But this is where the story splits into two vastly different realities. The official narrative says Yu Menglong went into a bedroom to sleep around 2 a.m., locking the door from the inside. This single detail is the first major crack in the facade. A locked door from the inside. If he was alone, why would he lock himself in? And how, if the door was locked, could a fatal fall have occurred? The physical logistics of this scene are baffling. But the fans, in their grief-fueled determination, weren't just asking questions, they were doing the detective work. They used architectural plans of the building to prove that the window in that specific bedroom was a narrow, high-set one, not the kind you could easily stumble through. This wasn't a drunken accident, this was something else. The plot thickened with a truly jaw-dropping scene. A leaked audio clip, allegedly from a neighbor's security camera, captured the horrifying sounds from the apartment just moments before the fall. It wasn't the sound of a quiet gathering winding down. It was a cacophony of raised voices, a muffled argument that escalated into a desperate, terrified scream. A voice, which fans and AI audio analysis tools have identified as Yu Menglong's, can be heard shouting, "No, I'm not going," followed by the sound of a struggle. The audio ends with a chilling, sickening thud. This wasn't a peaceful night that ended in tragedy, it was a night of conflict that culminated in something far more violent. And then, a new piece of information surfaced, a detail so mundane yet so damning it sent shockwaves through the fan community. Photos from the scene, leaked by a source, showed a small, intricate tapestry hanging just inside the window. It was a tapestry that Yu Menglong himself had made and was known to love. On the night of his death, this tapestry was found ripped in half, with a single, frayed thread caught on a sharp edge of the broken window screen. This wasn't a detail the police mentioned in their report. To the fans, this wasn't just a piece of fabric, it was a silent witness, a testament to a final, brutal struggle. The tapestry didn't just rip, it was torn in a desperate, last-ditch effort to hold on. This chilling scene has given rise to the most popular, and terrifying, fan theory. Yu Menglong was not alone in that room. The locked door was a ruse. The struggle, the screams, the ripped tapestry, they all paint a picture of a man fighting for his life, trapped with someone who wanted him silenced. The 2 Rolex watches found in his pockets, a detail so strange and out of place, now seem like evidence of a hurried, desperate attempt to escape. He wasn't just going to bed, he was preparing for a dangerous confrontation. The digital detective work has been relentless and has already changed the official narrative. The initial reports of no criminality have been met with such a powerful online backlash that officials have been forced to re-examine the case. The fans, by refusing to accept a sanitized version of events, have become the true investigators, a global network of 1 million eyes and ears, all working together to find the truth. This is a story that proves the power of collective action. When the systems in place fail to provide justice, a community built on love and loyalty can rise up and demand it. Yu Menglong's death is no longer just a headline, it's a living, breathing mystery that is being unraveled, scene by agonizing scene, by those who loved him most. If you found this deep dive as compelling as we did, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exclusive content. Your engagement helps us bring you the stories that matter most. Now, we want to hear from you. After hearing about the locked door, the chilling audio, and the ripped tapestry, what do you think really happened to Yu Menglong? What scene from this tragic story shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.